How's it going, everyone, and welcome to another Clarke Boys hunting episode. I've just picked up little Bodie and little Addie, and we're going to pick up something pretty special, boys. Don't give away the surprise yet. And once we've done that, we've got a couple of weeks of exciting adventures to share with you guys. So stay tuned. Let's go for a drive, and we'll show you what we've got around the corner. You guys excited?
Yeah! Sika!
Check that out, guys. Look at that. Although I'd love to say that this is my new vehicle, that's not what's going on here. What's actually happened is the team at Utemaster got in touch with us about working together to showcase their new TrailCore tray and canopy system. And together we decided the best way to do that was for them to give us the key to one of their vehicles so that we could put it through its paces and see how it would fit into our rural hunter-gatherer lifestyle. So after a quick demonstration of its features, Tony handed us the keys and we set about getting it back home to start giving it a good test run. Alrighty, so it's time to show you guys a bit of a walkthrough on the Utemaster TrailCore tray and canopy. One thing I really love about this is it's all central locking, so you push lock, it locks everything, you unlock it, you're good to go. When it is locked, you can't just pry this open to, you know, with a crowbar or anything, just to get into it. Even if you do that, it still won't open. So it's got a very safe locking system, which is important if you're leaving tools or expensive gear in there, which we all do. So anyway, yeah, open her up. In here, as you'll see down here, you've got these slots. These slots enable you to set up your structure internally however you want to. So you could move these along, make a smaller area, move the center thing across, so you've got a bigger area on one side and a smaller area on the other. Pretty much the sky's the limit on how you want to set that up. This one's got the split down the middle through there and split through the middle here on this side. Got our drawers here, nice and easy to open one-handed. They open all the way out, so you don't have to worry about not being able to get stuff from the back. It's got a couple of fixed trays here, which are handy for just not having stuff that you don't need all the time. We shut that down. We've got our little water tank here, so if you're going camping, you want to wash your hands or something, especially after hunting, when you want to wash your hands, got blood all over them from carrying an animal back. That's just nice and easy for that. Get your ladder on the back here, push that down. That makes it easy to climb up and down. Spare tire obviously on the back there. This one's got the jerry can system on the back here, which is just an add-on. And you can put your petrol in there, or you could use it as like a rubbish container or something like that. And then this is a cool feature. This is the big tray in the back here. I don't know what it's called, the big drawer, I suppose. It's your workbench, or you put your barbecue there and cook on it or whatever. Nice big area, which is sort of real handy when you're going camping or working outdoors and you don't have a table or whatever. So we'll shut that up and go around. Yeah, I don't know if I mentioned that, but there's the rooftop tent on this one, which makes it cool for the sort of adventures we like to do. And then over on this side, it's got fitted out with the kitchen here. So you put your two fingers on these little red things here. Well, it pulls out, and you've got this part here. You chuck your rubbish bag into, so when you're cooking or whatever, you can chuck your rubbish in there. Fold down chopping boards on both sides, so you can do that. You've got your spice rack in here. This one's got a couple of little brackets on here for fixing. This is my little backup flashlight. You can chuck that on there. You can put these anywhere on this stuff here, which is called your mule tech. It's the thing with all the holes in it. So So the idea of this is that you can put brackets on it, but you can also just use bungees or anything just to tie your gear down that you don't want moving around. So yeah, that's really ideal for more storage and securing things, especially if you're bouncing around or whatever. And then we've got, this one's got the spare battery, the inverter, all the sockets there, plus you can charge her in here. And then if we got that up here, you've got strip lighting, I think that's what it's called, for if you're working at night, cooking at night, doing anything you need some lights for. I'll shut it all down, but yeah, would thoroughly looking forward to sharing it with you guys. So yeah, over the next couple of weeks in our videos that we're about to release, you're going to see us taking this on some adventures, exploring New Zealand's outdoors, enjoying the best of it with a sick as Hilux with a sick as Utemaster TrailCore train canopy on the back. So I hope you guys enjoy watching us hook into that, and yeah, let's get stuck in. At the time of filming this video, it was the peak of the Sika or rut, so our first adventure was to head down to the central North Island to chase after those crafty little critters. This is a little survival blanket. I've been listening to survival story podcasts. It's always good to have a couple of little things like that just in case of emergencies. You think it would never happen to you, but you break your ankle or something, and then you know, it's not like you can't be found or whatever, but you might need to be sitting in one spot for half a day or whatever before you do get help, maybe even a whole day. So just have something like that just in case. Just might make the difference between getting out alive and not alive. Sounds a bit silly, but can happen. Listen to true survival stories if you don't believe me. After loading up the TrailCore, it was time to head south to get to our campsite next to the road for night one. We were going to utilise the rooftop tent to save us the hassle of our normal camp setup. Well, we've got off the main road, heading off down the four-wheel drive track to get to our camp for the night and our starting location for the hunt. So far so good. Harry gets to see the rooftop tent for the first time tonight, so I'll show him how that all sets up and hopefully have not too bad of a night. Oh, we made it to our location. Let's go and set the tent, I suppose. Tent time.
Really good for pets. We did this night, just so we can do all the film.
So what is there? See you in the morning.
Man, this looks real nice.
I've got the light in there too.
It's vibey, man.
I reckon you're going to go bedroll as well, or just... Looks pretty flat, doesn't it?
It's real flat, it's like perfect. I wonder what it's going to do. I just haven't prepared myself for it.
What's your verdict on the setup, Harry?
Oh, it's so nice. It's more room than our normal tent that we use when we're hunting, so that's nice.
Easy to set up too, eh?
It's perfect for a little roadside park up like we are tonight. Just got here late, so it's ideal, isn't it?
Yep. We'll set up.
I'm bloody tired because I've got a little baby now and it's up at 2 AM.
I reckon he's going to sleep like a log, but we'll see.
And then drove all the way here, so I'm tired as, ready for bed, eh?
4:30 start in the morning. We
Is that
are.
what you reckon?
Probably, yeah. Leave here at 5. Get there at
We're hoping for
5:30.
some luck, eh?
Would you a bit of good luck, eh?
Yeah, I'm not getting my hopes up, but sometimes you get lucky, eh? Just have to be in the right place at the right time.
Yep.
I've had some good years, but this year hasn't really been our year so far, so it's our last chance, isn't it, Shane?
Yeah. Let's get some sleep.
Yep, once rolling.
Thought I could.
The next morning we were up bright and early to start our walk into our hunting location for the next 2 nights, and we were hoping this would put us right in amongst some roaring action.
Ready to go here? Yep. So we're just making our way uphill at the moment. At the moment there's more pig sign than deer sign, but we did hear one eel this morning. Just gonna push through. Just got through the shit and it's opened up a bit here, which is quite nice. A pretty serious game trail just here. Pigs and deer. It's about for a roar. Maybe. Yeah, it's just gonna keep going up, isn't it? Deer's gonna be up. Haven't used one of these for a while, so this could come out a bit funky, but just seeing a little bit of stag sign here, so yeah, that. So do one. Do it facing that way. Getting a bit better at the end. That last one sounded a bit better. We just spooked one. We saw some antlers. There was 2 deer at least, maybe 3. One of them was a stag. Couldn't tell how good. I had something in the scope, but it was just a patch of brown. I couldn't tell if it was a hind or a stag. So I didn't want to take the risk of the shot, so I just waited, and then they spooked, but they were already on to us, yeah. One was a stag, I seen it. Yeah, I didn't see tops though, eh? I didn't see antlers, but I could just tell it was a stag. I saw antlers, but they didn't look. They don't ever do though when they're outside on, because you can't see their tops. But I had one in the scope, but I couldn't tell what part of it was or anything. So I didn't want to shoot. No, it couldn't even, it could have been a person, so. I was just joking. Oh well, close encounter. Well, it's been beautiful hunting, but heaps of sign, spooked that deer, and now we got to this big, what we thought was a big creek, and it's pretty much completely dry. There's just a couple of pools. There's one just behind me here that I'm keeping the dog out of. We'll be able to boil up, so we've got enough to have something to drink. Harry's just gone upstream a bit. I think he's found some up there, which is good. Well, we just got to this ridge that we wanted to get to, and we found a bit of a clay panny thing. We sat down, did some glassing, and spotted a hind on the clearing, and we're watching her. I just got the camera out, and then a stag walked out, chased it away. It was just a small stag, but we can hear some other roaring as well, so we're going to try find a camp spot around here with some water and get set up for the evening. Stake out some deer. We're going to try and see if we can get in a spot where we can sort of shoot from a bit of longer range, but if not, we'll be stalking in on them.
Should open up tonight.
You excited?
Already roaring. I was quite happy with the position we've got ourselves into with the wind and stuff. It's good, so now we just gotta make it happen, hopefully.
It's already way better than the trip I did with Dad last year.
Sam's rutting pad scrape.
Set up camp
I'll,
here.
I'll piss on it when you're done.
And then we're in position for our evening. The roaring's all just over the other side of here.
3 strips will do for today. Need to clean your knife, Reed stag for him.
Literally about 200 metres away.
So,
Might have to get out there before it gets onto us.
wind should be pretty good where we are.
Swirling so bad. We're just packing enough water to take with us for a hunt. We've only got 2
I wish
litres.
we filled up more water. It was pretty easy going.
Yeah. Give me enough?
A bit more. It's got to leave like. Yeah, no, 2 plus we have some.
On rations.
So there's water just over this
Yeah.
hill. Yeah, we have one of them now.
Smoothie to go, and then we're into the hunting.
Yeah, let's get out there.
So we've just set up in this little spot here. There's this little bowl, and there's heaps of deer prints here. So I've just set up. The roaring was just past this. But what we've found quite often is when the deer walk out into the open, particularly red stags, when they walk out into the open is when they let out a roar. So we're just going to hold tight until we hear something. They can move from there. Well, we're just having a bit of a chill out, waiting for the stags to hopefully start roaring again this afternoon, but at the moment she's deadly silent, so I thought I'd tell you guys about the new Huntech puffer jackets. This is the McKinnon puffer jacket, and it's a waterproof jacket, so super handy for big trips where you're carrying a pack and you want to keep things light. It's got 750 fill down. That's the warmth, which is a pretty warm jacket. It's mostly goose down with a little bit of feather, and it packs down really nice and small, so definitely recommend them. Been really impressed with them. They've helped us out on a couple of our big missions, stopping the wind, stopping the rain, and keeping you warm when you're sitting in a spot glassing like we are today. Yeah, definitely recommend them, so go check them out if you're looking for a new puffer. We decided Harry would stay and watch the tops country and I would go for a bush stalk. But unfortunately the wind ended up swirling too much for me, so I headed back to camp early to set up the tent for the night. So I'm back to camp. Unfortunately my hunt was pretty average because the wind was swirling so much, so hopefully Harry up the top there's had a bit more luck. I'm just going to set up the tent so that when he comes back he's can tell me that he's got his big stag and he's got a nice warm tent to climb into if he stays up there till dark. Anyway, it's been a bit of a mixed bag today. Some highs, some lows, but enough to give us a bit of hope for tomorrow, and hopefully the wind's a bit better tomorrow. That will make a big difference. If we get the wind we want blowing up the face, we'll have a lot better chance, especially with the dog. So it's supposed to be that way, but it hasn't really done what it was supposed to do today, so who knows. Anyway. After a good feed, we called it for the night and set off the next morning into some fresh country. There was plenty of sign around, so we were hoping we would bump into something sooner or later. It's been a bit of a big day. Well, reasonable morning, not going far, but stalking our way down the ridge. Spooked one deer right at the start, but never really laid eyes on them, and then spooked another one later on. Now we're down to the water, have a drink, regather our thoughts and make a plan for this afternoon. Finding some water was about the highlight for the morning hunt, and after refilling our platypus containers, we went back to camp to move to a new campsite so that we had some handy hunting for our last evening before heading back out. I hadn't gone more than 200 metres from camp when I started hitting a heap of fresh scrapes and rubs from a Sika stag. The bush was very dry and noisy, so I decided my best hope was to try and get the stags to come to me by setting up in an open area and making some noises to hopefully pique their interest and get a shot.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I was slowly making my way down the ridge, stopping every 100 metres or so for 10 to 15 minutes and making little mewing noises. Eventually I noticed Bella getting very interested, and then after waiting some more I finally picked out a set of antlers moving through the bush towards me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sit! Sit, sit, da! Sit! Use it, use it, use it, use it. Get it. Go girl! Go girl, Bella, go girl! Go girl! Go girl! Go girl! Whew. That was a bit of a turn of events, isn't it? It's funny how it can all change on you. Bella was winding hard out. I'd roared a little bit further up and then crept down a bit. Bella was winding and I heard something, but couldn't tell if it was a stag spooking off or anything. So I just started making some little noises, and he started coming into me. So I saw him. Bella hadn't seen him. I saw him, turned the GoPro on, and he just stopped exactly behind some trees, and then he was kind of front on when I took my shot. So I shot, and then Bella just took off straight over into it. But anyway, gonna have to train her out of that. Bella, you're a good girl. Did you like that? I bet you did. Oh well, here's my deer Absolute stonker. No, it's not the biggest deer, but it's a deer. It's a Sika. We called it in, Bella did good, so just wrapped, to be honest with you, even though it's a tiny little deer. It's just bloody cool to have a first Sika hunt in a long time, and to get one is great, so I'm happy. Feels like until you get one, feels like you're never going to get one, and then once you got one, you're like, oh, I might be able to get another one. I'll hack it up and get back to the tent. Not going home empty-handed, so I'm happy. Although this wasn't a trophy caliber stag, I was really satisfied with how the hunt played out, and it was nice to come home with some success. It had been a great result to get one with Bella, and she showed a lot of promise for future hunts. The rest of the trip was pretty uneventful, with no more animals to report. Once we made it back to the ute, it was time for Harry and I to go our separate ways. He was heading back to work, and I was meeting up with the family in Taupo to start our little holiday down at our farm at Ohakuni. We were hoping to go on some family adventures in the Hilux. If you want to see how that adventure went, then be sure to subscribe to our channel, and we will see you on the next episode. Thanks for taking the time to watch, everyone. Until next time, we'll catch you later.
Let him straight on that shoulder.